Hello everyone, and welcome back to another XpertVR Friday recap. We've got lots of exciting news to jump in this week on October 14th, 2022, so let's just jump right into it. First, we have an exciting update from Ready Player Me. So Ready Player Me, if you're not familiar, is an interoperable avatar system that's working across different virtual worlds or metaverse platforms. And it's very exciting with this update because they are now releasing different resolution avatars. As you can see here, they have the low, medium, and full resolution, and this allows you to use the same avatar in different types of games, where one simulation or game may be hyper realistic where you're training with your avatar, and then you jump into another world where you're playing a game and it's maybe low resolution. Now you can use that same avatar across those different environments, games, and simulations because of the resolution being able to work in these different types of simulations to match how the developers have developed it. So very exciting to see this progression as they continue to make these interoperable avatars and making these sorts of things open source and free to use. Really excited by how Ready Player Me is going to impact the future of avatars in the virtual worlds and in the metaverse. Then you'll probably have already heard of this one if you weren't living under a rock, but this past Tuesday, Meta announced their new Quest Pro. So very exciting. This headset really isn't going to be used, I don't think, in the education space a lot right to begin with because of its price point. It's over $2,000 Canadian, whereas their Quest 2 is still kind of the go-to virtual reality headset at around $500. And Pico has come out with their new headset. Lenovo's coming out with one that we talked about, and HTC has a great one as well. So definitely not for the virtual training space, but to look at where work is heading and especially where augmented reality is heading, this headset's very interesting, and I can see how different colleges and universities could use this headset for research purposes and possibly having one within their lab for specific types of lessons or design meetings that you may be having at a college or university. And just exciting to see how this technology is progressing so that in a couple of years, hopefully it gets down to the price point where colleges and universities can use it with all of their students. Along those same lines, you can see here that Meta has announced investigating equitable VR. So they're launching $1 million with Cambridge and Brunel University and allowing together the three of them to research equitable VR and accessibility. And this is definitely being an important topic as we're developing our training simulations so that they work for all students in a college or university. So really excited to see that Meta is really putting in the work here to ensure that what they're creating with their hardware and with their content is accessible to as many people as possible. Then moving on to the blockchain side of things, Dallas schools are using NFTs to boost student engagement. So very exciting here. Basically, students in fourth grade, students for doing certain tasks or being good in class or all kinds of different things, earn NFTs, and these NFTs are kind of like points for them and their class, so that throughout a year they're earning these points and they're kind of placed into houses similar to Hogwarts is the example they use here, where you're put into Gryffindor and Hufflepuff, etc. And so being put into these types of houses, it encourages team mentality to gain these NFTs and these rewards. So I think this is a really interesting look at how NFTs could be used as a reward in the classroom. Obviously, we've talked about lots of other ways that NFTs and blockchain can be used in the education space. And if you want to get more into that conversation or ask some more questions, definitely join the defenders of the Eduverse as an educator, because we're sharing lots of knowledge around this in our Discord community, as well as have some very exciting initiatives coming up to kind of demonstrate how this technology can be used. And to wrap things up, I'm excited because tomorrow in St. Catharines, Ontario, the XpertVR team, or a bunch of us from the team, are going to be working together to walk a mile in her shoes with Gillians Place. So basically, Gillians Place is a not-for-profit charity that helps women who have faced violence in their home or any sort of gender-based violence. They help out in many ways through a place to stay, through people to help and talk to, legal assistance, and all sorts of other things. So great not-for-profit in the Ontario and especially Niagara space, and to help raise money. We are walking a mile in high heels on Saturday. So really excited just for this event to go and support this charity, and I think will be a fun event. So if you would like to donate, please follow the links below to donate, or as well come out, cheer us on, walk alongside us. Feel free to join our team if you're in the area, or just share on social media to get the word out of what this amazing charity is doing. So that was your XpertVR Friday recap for October 14th, 2022. If you have any questions about the things that we talked about, definitely put them in the comments below, send us a message, or join our community so that we can get more members talking about these exciting advances that are coming to the education space. Thank you, and I hope you have a great weekend.